no road at all, they had to rely on sea transport, ships, to bring in everything that they needed. Being so reliant on ships, they needed to be able to look after them. So it makes sense they needed a dockyard. And that dockyard is out to our port or left-hand side here at the moment, the little clearing with a couple of buildings sitting in it. It operated as the dockyard between 1834 and 1848. You can see two surviving buildings there. The house on the left of the clearing with lots of chimneys is Lith End, which is the Clerk of Works house, built there after the dockyards had closed down, believed to be over the site of the original blacksmith shop, which might explain why it has that many chimneys. The house on the right of the clearing there, the little cottage, is Sunnybanks. It was built in 1834 for the master shipwright. Today that makes it the oldest surviving wooden building left at Port Arthur. There are two slipways in front of those cottages down there on the foreshore. The large slipway in the centre of the clearing is the one with the artist's interpretation of a convict-built ship sitting in the middle of it. That's roughly a medium-sized vessel they might have constructed. The small slipway on the right of the clearing now has a brick archway-like thing built over the top of it. It's actually a lime kiln. It was built there after the dockyards closed and used to produce quicklime for the settlement. But this dockyard, they not only used to repair vessels, they did also build ships here as well, which makes it one of only 3 in the British Empire where convict labour was used not only to do the docks, but also in the construction of the ships. We have 2 different master shipwrights who worked here at Port Arthur, and both of them believed in treating these convicts as men instead of criminals. And consequently, many of the convicts actually preferred working in the dockyard over some of the other jobs at Port Arthur. Having said that, it was still difficult and at times quite dangerous work that they did. These men were often seen working up to their necks in cold, salt water, even in the middle of winter when the water temperature drops down to about 10 degrees. Now, these dockyards were very productive. They managed to build 16 of the large decked-over ships and around 150 smaller boats. Most of the smaller boats were an open-style dinghy designed with 6 oars. They were called a whale boat. As the name suggests, they were used in the whaling industry. But they were also a perfect design for harbours like this one. You can see the dockyards again now out to the right-hand side now that Johan has swung the Marana around. Now, this dockyard ended up only operating for a short period of time, closing down in 1848, not because convicts weren't very good at building ships. Actually, the problem was the opposite. You see, the free shipwrights up in Hobart began to complain bitterly about Port Arthur's dockyards. You see, here at Port Arthur's dockyards, they didn't have to pay the labour force, they didn't have to pay for the materials, and therefore they could make much greater profits and sell their ships off for much lower prices. So those free shipwrights up in Hobart complained that this was undercutting their profits. They petitioned the government, and the government closed Port Arthur's dockyards down. However, they would continue to repair ships year round until it was closed. You can take a walk around to the dockyard this afternoon. It's a short walk jetty at the end of the course of the offshore track there. So if you've got the time this afternoon, it's a nice little walk to head over and have a closer look. If you turn your attention out to the left-hand side, you'll notice that between us and the far shore of the harbour, there is a little island, and there is a point of land that reaches out to almost touch that little island. Both the island and the point are historically very significant, so I'm going to tell you about both of them. But I want to start with that little island. It was originally named Opossum Island, after the ship of Captain John Welsh, who was the man who sailed in here in 1827 and first named this place Port Arthur. So Opossum Island had started out as, but in 1833 it was named something slightly different, something a little bit more sinister sounding. They called it Isle of the Dead. For a very good reason, it's a very literal name. That is Port Arthur Cemetery. It was there that everybody was buried after they died here at Port Arthur. It was selected by the Reverend John Manton, who said it appeared to him this island would be a secure and undisturbed resting place, where the departed prisoners could lie together till the morning of the resurrection. However, he also went on to say, lucky man that he was, that the island would be divided into 2 very distinctive sections. So the low southern end would be for convicts, paupers, lunatics, invalids and poor boys, and they would be buried in unmarked graves. As sinners in life, they were to be forgotten from death. Whereas the high northern end of the island he would reserve purely for the burials of the free settlers, the soldiers, the officers, their wives and children, and they could have any kind of headstone that their family or friends were prepared to pay for. Eventually, his rule was relaxed. After 1853, with the end of convict transportation, some convicts did start to get headstones on the island. Having said that, there's still very few of them. There are 9 headstones out there for convicts that are still serving sentences. The total estimate for burials on the island stands at least 1,100 people. I know it doesn't look big enough, but it looks quite small. It's about 2 acres in size. If you grid that space up according to the burial practices of the time, there's room for at least 2,500 burials to have taken place there. Included in the number buried on the Isle of the Dead, there are records of at least 80 young boys buried in unmarked graves. And the fact that they're buried in unmarked graves tells us that they are not the children of free settlers. In fact, they are prisoners. They came from the Point Court Boys Prison, which is directly out in front of us at the moment. This little point of land you can see that reaches out to almost touch the island is the location of the very first ever separate boys' prison in the British Empire. The first time they tried separating children away from adults in prison. Now, something to note about childhood in the 19th century is that it basically didn't exist if you came from a poor enough family. At the age of 4 or 5, if your family needed to, they could send you out to work. You could be put to work in a factory or a mill, down a coal mine, or up a chimney as a chimney sweep. At the age of 7, you're legally an adult. You're responsible for your own actions. You can be tried as an adult and put into an adult prison. At the age of 9, you could be transported. The youngest boy that we know of who was transported to Point Court was 9 years old. His name was James Lynch. He was transported for the crime of stealing 3 boxes of toys. Seems really harsh. A 9-year-old child transported halfway around the world for stealing toys. However, let me put it into a little perspective. For James Lynch, stealing those toys certainly wasn't the only way. The quantities of toys that he stole, he was stealing to trade them on the black market for great profit. And we know he did this kind of thing because by this stage it was his 19th appearance in the court. So very young age and on his way to becoming a career criminal. At the average age of boys out here was about 14 to 16 years old. And the whole idea was to teach these boys useful skills, teach them how to read and write, teach them how to do a trade, and then when they leave the prison, they'll hopefully get a job and won't come back to the adult prison later in life. For some boys it worked really well. For other boys it didn't make any difference. James, unfortunately, is one of the ones who stayed in the prison system till he's well into his 40s. However, he did then get his freedom and he went on to live in Tasmania. And we're just going to stop off here at a jetty at Point Court for a moment because we've just finished the Point Court tour. So we're going to get them back on board and then we'll continue on with the cruise. I'll tell you more about the boys' prison as we head along past it very shortly.